I will show you how to work with a GUI automation program using LLM. This is a program that allows you to mark up an interface, application, computer games, or some other images, create a description, and generate software code based on these descriptions. Now I will show you in more detail. You need to download the program. It's still in development, so there are a lot of things that could change. You can get the source code from GitHub and build the project yourself, but GitHub often lags behind the binary that is on the site. Well, some components may not be available in the public version on GitHub. If you are worried about security, you can run in a virtual machine. Internet access is not required for the program, although many functions depend on it, but you can download the necessary components. Models and put them in folders with easy installation. Further, it is better not to change the path because program files is there. You will only need to run it with administrator rights. Let's launch Screph. Here, these are just logs you can collapse. In the future, you will need to install models you can start, and there will be hints. You can launch a window with the workspace itself. Using the menu item, select elements on the screen, or the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Alt-S. They are installed globally and do not need the program to be in focus. Okay, I want to start the game. There are several ways here. You can press Ctrl-Alt-S on each window and mark each screenshot separately. There's a simple highlight here. This will highlight the image. As it is, without cropping the background, this will not work for us because the desktop wallpaper can change, and the RVC background can change. The annotation should have turned on by now, but we don't have any models. They need to be downloaded. Depends on characteristics of the computer which model to choose. You can use in Yandex stoves. Get the API key, but the Wax models work well. The only thing is that they consume a lot of RAM. If you need good recognition quality, you can install the minimum model. It will be just, 22 or even less. There will be 0.15 and the 0.15 button is installed, but it doesn't work very well. It is better to choose a larger model, but 0.42 will be good, better quality. If we're spending the night, we'll need to install a llama, but I've already had a llama on my computer for a long time. If it's not there, then it won't be necessary to have everything tested here. And Operators works Google Germinate. You can definitely use it. There is free Germinate 2.5. Flash it can be used for free just by receiving the key. It is for computer vision. The model has been downloaded. Now I need to save it. It will be loaded into memory quickly, so I had a small bug and now I have changed the model to a minimal one, which is downloaded using a button. You can select it. Selecting the model folder and applying OK test. Test yes, it works. Now you can start recording. Here frames are written to RAM, so it is better to put a small number of frames, and images are recorded without image compression. They flew off the buttons. I think this is the record button, this is pause recording, this is stop. You can work in full screen mode. If you use a keyboard shortcut hotkeys, turn on loop or just zoom. Here you can enable. Use different methods of image processing. I will choose segmentation. Will try to select objects in the image. You can fine-tune it. Or set up using an LLM agent. It will try to substitute the parameters. It doesn't work very well and not always. You need to select the object selection mode. We will launch a computer game on the desktop and you need to click hit it twice and wait for the game to start, and here you can either accept it or just continue working. He will accept it. Did it automatically. The mask is saved. You can select auto mode. It's a little disturbing. No, I added an image with a background for some reason. I need to delete it. Again, here instead of a frame you need to remove the outline so that the cutting occurs along the outline. We will launch the game. This is a desktop app. You need to find this image immediately after running the script, and add minimizing all windows to the script. Otherwise the label may overlap with another image, and here it is preserved that I dictated further on. You can skip to the moment when the game client opened. Next, wait about a minute for the game client to open. And find this button, click on it. I didn't select it very correctly because it will click inside the frame, and the frame is slightly wider than the button. It would have been better to select a larger area. Then you can enable automatic code generation, that is, immediately after the project is saved, it will try to generate script code. Here it's actually better to save it like this. Then it will use PyAutoGUI to generate the script. The project was saved, but the code was not generated because for some reason the folder was created. And we will use the folder as the project's home directory. In the home directory there will be a guide for the neuron on how to generate the code. The script was created, of course I won't check it, and let's try to run it right away. I installed Paraguay by copying the command and it didn't minimize the windows. He didn't roll down the windows but found heroic. Yes. It worked. Well, in general, this is where the script ends. Yes, there are a lot of errors that have surfaced. I think I will fix them today. Therefore, everything should work much better. I hope the program will be useful to someone.